So, back here with Learning with Lynchy again, and we're going to be doing some backyard science. This is my backyard. Everybody, a big backyard. But it's okay, because it's perfect for what we're going to talk about today. Today is going to talk about erosion. We're talking about it in our 6th grade class this week, and possibly next week. And I wanted to go over the 3 main points. So, first off, what is erosion? Erosion is the art of breaking things down. So if you come down here, have some bigger rocks. If you break them apart, that is basically I'm causing erosion in my soil in these rocks. This rock here, it is perfectly smoothed out. It's because it's been eroded down. It's been weathered down. It's rolling along. The sharp edges get worn down and it becomes a nice smooth rock. That's why we commonly have nice smooth pebbles like this. Alright? So, basically anything that's breaking itself down in the earth, rocks, soil, cliffs, roads, concrete, that's all erosion. The earth breaks everything down all the time. And that's why we're constantly fighting it on our freeways and things like that. Move on to the 3 main types. So the first type, I'm going to be using my fan of science. First type that we commonly actually don't know too much about in terms of like when we think about erosion is wind. So if I turn on this fan, it's going to start blowing all this material, all the lighter material around. So see, we got little stuff moving, little pebbles moving, little tiny things. With enough wind, we can actually start eroding a cliffside. It's really impressive what wind can do. Obviously, I don't have enough wind right now. Hey, we crank it up? Nope, that's max. This is the maximum erosion that fan of science can do. Alright. The next main one, water. Hopefully I'll have my assistant finish off the hose. So water is found all over the planet. It's the one that's constantly wrecking up everything. So when I let go of this water, it's going to start pushing all this rock and debris. See that? It basically cuts into the rock. And this is what happens every time it rains. All that smooth rocks and pebbles, they'll get pushed down into the crevasse. Alright? I don't want to fill up my trench too much. Extra erosion. The last main type is one that we don't see around here too much. At least not anymore. But long ago, there used to be giant glaciers that covered most of North America in the form of ice. Ice is very dense, it's very powerful, and if you get enough of it, it'll actually break it down and crush anything under it. So let's take a look. So here we are with our ice cube. Doesn't actually crunch that well, but you can see all the good stuff that gathers on the bottom. All this stuff, all this dirt and debris, it turns into a giant sandpaper. And so as I push it across, it actually picks up stuff and starts to smooth it out. So you can see kind of this little trail here. Obviously, it's not as going to be impressive as Yosemite Valley or anything like that. But this small little frozen water molecule, together with a billion of them, can do a lot of damage and create some of the most amazing features in our world. So, what stops erosion and what affects erosion? That's our next thing. So, erosion, if it's found everywhere, how do we prevent it And how do we alter it? Well, the easiest way to alter it, and it's what nature does already, is it grows. Vegetation, plants. If you look very closely here, you can see all these roots going down into the soil. They're grasping onto the soil, and they actually hold it in place. So if water comes over down through this, into this trench, the water won't wash away a lot of this material because of these little plants. Another thing that affects it is the slope itself. Now, if you look at the driveway, it's really flat. So not much slope. So the water isn't going to move that fast or that far. Now if we take a look at this slope right here, along the side of the fence, it is a greater slope. There's not much vegetation, so the water's going to pick up speed and pull that material off and push it into my poor trench I'm trying to dig out here. So the angle, the vegetation, and the amount of water all affect how much erosion is seen and takes place in the planet. Thank you again for watching. More to come.